Hello peeps, how are you doing today? Just before I head down to my allotment, my wonderful allotment, I shall got a couple of poems for you. One's called Us Two, and the other is called In the Fashion. Yes, good. So that's Us Two. I love this poem because, well, I say I love all the poems, but particularly this one. It's all about the relationship between Christopher Robin, who is 6, and his bear Winnie the Pooh, and it's all about friendship and loyalty and trust and all those very admirable qualities. And there's some great illustrations as always. I'm going to show you now. It's quite difficult to. It's quite an art making sure you can see these on the. There we go. Got the right. That's Us Two. That side. Yeah, that finger. And you see a picture at the top there of what he's doing actually, Christopher Robin. He's trying to put his braces on, trying to get his other side of his braces. And there's Winnie the Pooh looking very lifelike, which of course he is, waiting on Christopher Robin. And then down the bottom there, you'll see there's actually on that side of the page, there is a picture of Winnie the Pooh trying to do a sum of twice times 11 on the blackboard. And sorry, blackboard. Do you all know what a blackboard is? That's the point. You probably all of your screens these days and your devices, but a blackboard is a board, upon which a teacher or anybody used to write, illustrate with chalk. I guess you've all heard of chalk. It comes from the ground. I mean, little chalk sticks, big chalk sticks, chalky chalk sticks, and very useful as missiles. You know, if you weren't behaving, which was often, then the teacher would chuck the bit of chalk at you and try and get you on the head or something to wake you up or whatever you weren't doing or were doing. So those were the days when you could chuck chalk at recalcitrant pupils. I don't suppose you could do it now without creating havoc. And then down the bottom, the other side is Christopher Robin doing whatever. Just go over the page, look, see what we got here. Again, these are fantastic pictures, illustrations by E.H. Shephard. I'll come back to them later, but I love this one. You'll hear the story. There's Winnie the Pooh tying up Christopher Robin. It's such a good illustration. They're actually chasing dragons, which are geese, in fact, or turkeys or something. And then down the bottom there we've got Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin holding hands, and Christopher Robin chasing the geese away, or the turkeys. And then right on the other side here we've got, after a long day, Christopher Robin climbing up the stairs, eating a bit of toast, I just know, a bit of bread or something, and Winnie the Pooh, his bear, struggling up. I just love that picture, the way there's the bear just trying to get up the stair. So let's have a poem. Us Two by A.A. Milne. Start again. Put my teeth back in. Wherever I am, there's always Pooh. There's always Pooh and me. Whatever I do, he wants to do. Where are you going today? Says Pooh. Well, that's very odd, 'cause I was too. Let's go together, says Pooh, says he. Let's go together, says Pooh. What's twice 11? I said to Pooh. Twice what? Said Pooh to me. I think it ought to be 22. Just what I think myself, said Pooh. It wasn't an easy sum to do, but that's what it is, said Pooh, said he. That's what it is, said Pooh. Let's look for dragons, I said to Pooh. Yes, let's, said Pooh to me. We crossed the river and found a few. Yes, those are dragons all right, said Pooh. As soon as I saw their beaks I knew. That's what they are, said Pooh, said he. That's what they are, said Pooh. Let's frighten the dragons, I said to Pooh. That's right, said Pooh to me. I'm not afraid, I said to Pooh, and I held his paw and I shouted, Shoo, silly old dragons! And off they flew. I wasn't afraid, said Pooh, said he. I'm never afraid with you. So, wherever I am, there's always Pooh. There's always Pooh and me. What would I do? I said to Pooh, if it wasn't for you. And Pooh said, true. It isn't much fun for one, but two can stick together, says Pooh, says he. That's how it is, says Pooh. And let's look again at those illustrations. There we are. There's Winnie the Pooh. There we go. Trying to do that sum on the blackboard. We all now know what a blackboard is, and here we have a picture of Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh chasing those dragons in his imaginary world. And there we have a picture of Christopher Robin chasing the dragons away, and there he is climbing up the stairs with a very small, struggling Pooh behind him. Great poem. I love that line. Those lines. I mean, it's poetry, isn't it? Of course, it is poetry. But let me read them again. So wherever I am, there's always Pooh. There's always Pooh and me. What would I do? I said to Pooh. If it wasn't for you. And Pooh said, true. It isn't much fun for one, but two can stick together, says Pooh, says he. That's how it is, says Pooh. Isn't that genius? Isn't that pure genius? Right, poem number 2 before I head off for my allotment. This is a good poem. Like a crap record, I know. In the fashion. I'll show you the pictures, what you can see of them, because somebody, I don't know who that was, but somebody coloured them all in. Somebody, some small boy, coloured all the... And there's a picture of Christopher Robin surrounded by a lion, a quail, a whale, and all sorts. And it's all about having a tail. And in the bottom picture there, you'll see Christopher Robin has a makeshift tail. The line goes like this. In the Fashion by A. Milne. A lion has a tail, and a very fine tail. And so has an elephant, and so has a whale. And so has a crocodile, and so has a quail. They've all got tails but me. If I had sixpence, I would buy one. I say to the shopman, let me try one. I say to the elephant, this is my one. They'd all come round to see. Then I say to the lion, why, you've got a tail. And so has the elephant, and so has the whale. And look, there's a crocodile. He's got a tail. You've all got tails like me. And that's a clever poem. Because he turns it round, doesn't he? A. Milne turns it round. At the start, all the animals have got tails, and Christopher Robin's getting left out. But then Christopher Robin has got himself a tail. There he is. And then he's comparing himself to the animals. Say, why? You all got tails, just like me. I am no longer the odd one out. You are like moi. Well, that's French. It means me. You know that. And I just had a thought, actually. Yeah, there we go. Sixpence. Now, of course, many people may not know what sixpence is. It is a small coin. I'll bring one day and show it to you. Got one somewhere. I think I have it. Yes, I have. They were made of real silver, and they were 6 pennies, 6 old pennies. So what would that be? Half a shilling, which would be 2.5 pence, 2.5 new pennies. So there we go, a bit of education or something. How are we doing? I think we'll call it a day there, and I do hope you have a wonderful time, and see you soon. Bye for now.